Hi, and welcome to Carolina Varsity's 2013 Week 8 of the South Mecklenburg 8 Conference. We are filming from the Wing King, and we're over halfway through, thankfully. I'm Dale Ross.
I'm the vet man, Matt Morrow.
And Matt, this next game is South Mecklenburg 2-4, 2-0, going over to play West Mecklenburg 5-1, 1-1. West Mecklenburg's home games are played at Waddell. Since the stadium, so the games will not be played at West Mecklenburg for anybody planning to attend. Last season, West Mecklenburg won 48-7. Last week, South Mecklenburg defeated Berry 45-24. Really kind of odd seeing South Mecklenburg and 45 together, and it being on their side. So, and Providence lost a big one, a heartbreaker, to West Mecklenburg 31-27. So South Mecklenburg right now is tied for first in conference with Olympic and Catholic. They win tonight, they can, or they win in this ball game, they can stay in a tie with the winner of that ball game. West Mecklenburg's obviously a game back now, and in this conference, I think that when you start looking at conference seeding positions, I don't think that the third place team is going to have more than 2 losses. There's going to be one, there's a good shot that the winner of the conference has 1 loss. I'm not going to be shocked if I see that. So these wins are important, even though it's a South Mecklenburg. It's a huge game for West Mecklenburg in that regard, and that they need to knock these off. I think it's going to be a tough one. Is a Catholic, is South Mecklenburg going to catch West Mecklenburg? Looking forward to it. It's really going to be the biggest thing. West is down coming off of the Providence win, and they see they got Olympic coming up in 2 weeks, and that's been, last season was kind of the decider of who got the 4A first place berth and who got the home game. So and we talked about traps and bears earlier. For here, this could be a little bit of a trap. Where is West Mecklenburg at mentally with their loss and this, do they look forward to Olympic, where does Caldwell get them in place and say, we got to take care of business in this ball game? If they come focused on South Mecklenburg, I think it's going to be a long night for the Sabres.
That's a good point about speaking about West Mecklenburg mentally. You got a team that has a lot of seniors on it, and I think a lot of senior leadership. And I think, if anything, it's going to refocus these guys. I think South Meck is kind of getting them at the wrong time. I would have liked South Meck a little more here if West Meck had barely slipped by Providence. But them having a loss now, I think it's going to refocus these guys to really get back to doing the things that got them to be 5-0.
Good point.
I think the key for South Meck, though, if they're going to pull the upset, is they got to follow the formula defensively of the past. And what I mean by that is both Arjun Kell and Providence have found ways to limit Sean Wilson at times. Arjun Kell did it the whole game. Providence did it for the first half. So I'd expect South Meck wholeheartedly to come out with a similar defensive game plan to try to take Sean away and force West Meck to do other things like throw the ball. McLennan had 3 interceptions last week in that game against Providence, including one that ended the game and ended West Meck's chances at a comeback. I think the key for West Meck, I think you got locked up in coverage, meaning man coverage, against the South Meck spread look and pressure the quarterback. West Meck has the guys to definitely lock up in man coverage, and I think the South Meck kid he's a good-looking kid, but obviously his first-year starter, he's had some struggles. I think this is what West Meck has to do. They got to create turnovers, and by doing that and pressuring the quarterback, they'll be able to get that done and get up in this game and then put these guys away early. The longer this game goes, the more pressure West Meck is going to feel. So I think West has to get out early, get their confidence back, and let people know that, they were number 3 in the state. It wasn't a fluke. They are a really good team. They are a title contender. And they got to put these guys away early, because if they don't, South has the staff, and if those players get fired up, it could be a dogfight for them.
Okay. Well, there you have it. West Mecklenburg hosting South Mecklenburg over at Waddell High School. Enjoy the ball game.